Tolerance can kill you. Okay, I know that's a bit dramatic, and in a business context, you're not likely to die just because you tolerate somebody. But let me tell you a story about a company that I was doing some work in recently. And in that team, the top team of the company, I had been made aware of the fact that there was one underperformer. Now, the commentary that was given to me, well, Jimmy's been around here forever. He's been in the organization since, Moses was a child. And what can you do? He's here, everyone knows him, he brings a load of knowledge, he brings expertise, the customers love him and all of that. So, what can you do about him? I didn't say much at the time, but then when I really started to kind of get under the skin of the team, I discovered that there really were a number of issues with that. You see, the fact of the matter was, everybody knew that Jimmy was an underperformer. And what was the reaction to that? Well, underperformance is tolerated around here, so maybe, overachieving and driving forward is not what's really valued. So that was problem number one. Problem number two was Jimmy headed up a team that was really important and was customer facing. And having an underperforming leader, the consequence is you're likely to have an underperforming team. And when I looked at that team, it clearly was not performing to the best of its ability. So that was consequence number two, the impact that Jimmy was having on the team that he was leading. The third impact was that everybody around the organization actually saw that, in the top team, an underperforming senior manager is tolerated and is acceptable in the organization. So that has a real impact about how that top team is viewed. And the impact was collective, not just on one person, not just about Jimmy, or not just on Jimmy's boss. And the fourth impact, which was really, really so important when I pointed it out to the CEO, was that what did that say about his leadership? That he, as the leader of the organization, was prepared to accept underperformance. Now, I know it's easy for me to say, okay, you've got to do something about it and you've got to get rid of it, and somebody long serving, there are loads of issues around that. And I fully accept that and I fully buy that. However, the cost of not doing it, to me, is significantly greater than the cost of actually doing it. Because the cost of tolerating it has a massive snowball effect within your organization. So my advice as CEO, when we actually looked at that, was let's actually do something about it, and we're in the process of actually doing just that. But I say to you, what's happening in your organization? Is it being tolerated in your organization? I've written a blog post about this, I'm doing this video, and I'd love to see your comments here about that, because I really want to engage and further this discussion, because I fully accept it is not a simple thing to solve and to resolve, but it needs to be resolved. So post your comments, love to hear them, and we'll talk soon.